All right, what is up, guys? We are back live on the stream with Golden Leash Club. Let's see what we're doing here. Make sure. There we go. I always got to make sure I can see it on my. I have another phone out here. Guys, I ain't gonna lie. I stayed up a little too late last night talking to my dad, and your boy is tired. So I'm doing the stream because I said every morning here at 7 a.m. We got chat up. We got one person on YouTube right now, 0 on Twitch, 0 on Facebook, but we are live on all of them. And we have our vertical stream going up on YouTube, and you guys know what it is. We come on the stream every morning for a few things. We want to help people get more connected and feel less stressed. We help people get more connected by answering their questions about community and communication so they can have close relationships, and community so they can find people to be close with. I took my allergy medicine, but I'm feeling pretty stuffy, so sorry if that gets a little nasty during the stream. We help people feel less stressed through the dog poop horror stories, because a good laugh in the morning when you're on your dog walk might help you feel a little bit less stressed. And let me fix that a little bit. If you come on and share your favorite dog story, remembering something good will also help you feel less stressed. So that's how we help you feel less stressed on the stream. And then in person, for dog parents in Austin, we help you feel less stressed by scooping the poop out of your backyard. First one's free, always. Taking a chore off your hands, something that you don't have to worry about anymore. We're also trying to build a discount club with our dog parent community that we hope is super helpful there. But yeah, and we have our community to help people live in community. So the community questions, the communication questions, if you're a dog parent in Austin, can be applied to community here. And when we talk about our stages of community, we're only around stage 2 maybe with this community, and we're trying to get to 4. And stage 1 is small talk, stage 2 is consistent activity, and so we're getting to the point where we're having consistent activity, but eventually we want time on mission together, time and money toward mission together, and we also want vulnerability just to build closer relationships, because when you guys have shared experiences in a community, it helps you grow. So anyway, there's that. That's what the stream is all about. We also trade on this stream. So eventually, when I figure out how to get video on this stream, some of the call-ins, which by the way, to call in, text or call 512-591-6138 during the stream with a community question, a communication question, or a dog poop horror story, or your favorite dog story. Either one of those, and we will share it here live on the stream as soon as we get the text. I just turned my phone off of Do Not Disturb, so it'll be right here, and it'll vibrate when I'm ready. I'm also going to open Discord because my brother be calling me sometimes during the stream because he typically trades with me. So something else we want to do during this stream is trade, because, this is just my real life. This is what I'm doing. Eventually, when we get video on this, I want people to call in, and we're going to track my trading performance versus if you call in and you call your dog shot. It's like he's going to do this and this trick. If he does it successfully, first try, we take a trade long. If he does it unsuccessfully, first try, or you say how many tries he needs, we'll take it short. And so we'll get some good clips of some dogs doing tricks, dog stories, dog poop horror stories, community questions, communication questions, and we're all having a good time, right? In the meantime, I got to go analyze the market real quick because your boy woke up late because he was tired. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see where we are at. So right off the bat, I see that it had a clear drop into a fair value gap at 12 p.m. yesterday, and that fair value gap was an 8 a.m. fair value gap from the day before. Clear drop into that, popped up. So very clear respect of that. Did it end up taking a high? Yes, it did end up taking a high from that fair value gap. So that delivered. It created a fair value gap on the way. After it took that high, came back down to that current fair value gap and is on its way up to take another high. So Um, yeah, I would say I'm taking it from the fair value gap to this next high at 1 a.m. This is a pretty clean day. So I'm going to go to the 1 minute. I'm going to be looking for a fair value gap and a CISD. Oh, this is crazy. You know, we actually just got a trade at 701 that we technically should have been in. Because we had a fair value gap. We took a high. Actually, let me check if we should have been in this. Because it has to be in the discount for us to take it long. I don't think this was quite there. No, it was. It was. Sure enough. So we missed our one trading opportunity. Which that kind of sucks. This is what happens when you sleep in. You miss the ops. Huh. 319. 314. Yeah, it's about to hit 2R right now. Dang. That's tough. That would have been $400. That's okay. Let's see. Well, since we missed that opportunity, it's going to keep pushing up. And I think it's still going to take that high, which is crazy because it did create a huge bearish fair value gap on the way down. Not a huge one, but a huge red candle that had a small bearish fair value gap. But it's already kind of disrespecting that. And it's moving toward a high. The high is at 344.09. So, you know, maybe it pushes up 18 more points to that. There's another high at 350.12, or I'm sorry, 355.30 that I thought it was going to take. You know, who knows? Not me, that's for sure. Dang, yeah, that's a 2-hour trade that I really could have been in. That is a mistake. Y'all caught it here live. And just so you guys know, I trade with a company called Apex. And Apex, I have the account where you have to make $1,500. It's like $30 a month or something like that. Yeah, I think it just hit. That is tough. Just hit 2R. My account's currently at 24,831. It starts at 25,000, so I've lost about $170. I risk $200 per trade. So if I win a trade, I make $400, and I have to get this account balance to 26,500 to get funded, and I have to make 1,500 more, and after that, I can pull out. So it's just a matter of looking for the right trade, looking for a trade that's good. And this trade would have made me $400. So my account would have been at 25,231, and we would have been 1,300 away from getting funded. And of course, if we get funded and we're taking trades live on stream, you'll see me either make money or lose money real time. So there's that. We did miss a trade today. All right, I see there's 4 people on the stream. Say what's up if you're on the stream. Say hello. If you have a dog story, poop story, favorite dog story, favorite dog poop horror story, communication question, or community question, let me know. We're just here on stream live right now, basically wrapping up our trading segment because I missed a trade. And for those of you who just got here, I literally would have made $200. All right, $400. Sorry, that's frustrating. So anyway, leave a comment in the chat. Let me know you're here. I see there's 4 of you on live with me. I think one of those 4 is my own cell phone, but the rest of you say, hey, 2 are on Facebook. Shout out to the people on Facebook. 1 is on stream. That might be my brother. Let's see if he tried to call me. Nope, hasn't tried to call me yet. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to take a second because I stayed up a little late last night. I try to have these segments planned before I jump on stream, but I'm going to take a second and I'm going to plan this community segment that I want to talk about, and then I'm going to dive into it a little bit, give you my thoughts for what that's worth on community. So just give me a second. Gotta go to our poop scooping folder in our Google Drive, hit up content, hit up streaming, and we're going to go, stream's done. Also, let me know what else you guys would like me to do on the stream. Like On days where I can stream longer, like on a Saturday or a Sunday, I am happy to, you know, um, like play chess or something, and you can watch me lose 100 elo points because I'm not that good at it. Or we're thinking about trying to do interviews with dog parents around Austin. I don't know how I would stream that because I don't really have the gear for that, but something I've been thinking about. Let's see. We're looking at something for community. What do we want to talk about today? Transparency, shared purpose, accountability, consistency. I like consistency. Let's see. Oh, you know what? We actually did a consistency one. Let's see. Don't want that proximity one. I don't know. Do you guys have any questions? Let me see. Let me see chat real quick. Got 3 people on the stream. No questions in the stream yet. Oh, Jessica. Jessica, what is up? Thank you for sharing your dog poop horror story. Here we go. Jessica Casas. Shout out to Jessica. We went to high school together. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for saying what's up. Jessica, if you know anybody that wants a free poop scoop in the Austin area, let me know. Would be happy to do it. But I'm going to read Jessica's dog poop horror story. If you're on the stream right now live, you could have read it, but I'm going to read it, and I'm going to try and be an animated face while I read it. So here we go. Jessica Casas. I don't know where you're at anymore. Maybe Round Rock, Texas. Sharing a dog poop horror story. Here we go. My poop horror story is from when I lived with a roommate's dog and she never let her dog out enough and it had free reign in our house. Here we go. Free reign with a dog that's never let out enough. Shame on you, roommate. Let's read the rest of it. One day I vividly remember closing my door, so I am not sure how this happened, but her dog pooped in my closet and ruined my PJs. And another day she left me a present outside my door and I stepped in it. Oh no. That is like worst roommate of ever. Worst roommate of ever award to like have their dog leave dog poop outside of your room and then you step in it and ruin your pajamas. Like it did not only happen once, but it happened twice, and that is tough. Jessica, thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing the dog poop horror story. Made me take my glasses off because I felt so bad for you for stepping in it. But that is a good horror story. It gave me a good laugh. That's what the dog poop horror stories are for. And Jessica says she is out in College Station, Texas. There we go. Well, Jessica from College Station, Texas, and my high school. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate you. Yeah, me and Jessica, I feel like we spent a good amount of time together in high school. Paths crossed a good amount. But now she's out in College Station, and yeah, it's just good to hear from you. Thanks for supporting the stream. I don't poop scoop out in College Station because that's a little bit of a hike because I'm still in Austin. But in Austin right now, might be in North Carolina in 2 years. So, that's really cool. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate it. I'm going to get back to... I'm going to refresh again to make sure there aren't more comments, and I'm going to get back to planning this community segment. Which ones do you guys want to hear? I could talk about proximity. I could talk about transparency, blocking recurring hangout time, keeping an open door policy. Ooh, this is the one I want to talk about, actually. Look at that. I just had to read it out to chat. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I like this. This is gonna be good. So, something that can feel a little weird when you're going from, oh, I just got a text. Got to make sure somebody's not texting or calling in something. Got to check comments before I go on this loop that I'm about to go on. Yeah, shout out to Jessica. She says IB days and Bible study. So, what do you want to do with the poop scooping? I am new here. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Jessica and I did IB together. We had a Bible study in college or in high school together, and yeah, with the poop scooping. So I'm doing two things, Jessica. I'm trying to help build community here in Austin so people feel more connected because I'm always big on community, and then I'm also trying to grow a poop scooping business because I like business, but also it's a great way to serve people. And so I help people feel more connected through our dog parent community in Austin, and I help people feel less stressed by taking care of their dog poop. First one's always free, and that's just helped me build the business, which also feeds into the community because any money I get from the poop scooping, I can use to grow the community and host events, or if somehow the community produces money down the road. Right now, all of that's free, but if I like split revenue with some of the local businesses that I host, et cetera, events with then yeah, all that money can just loop around. So I'm building a poop scooping business because I like business more than I like being in my W-2. I was like, what's a simple home service business that I can just do? That's what I was looking for. And poop scooping came up. It was like poop scooping or power washing because before that I was trying to do a bunch of real estate stuff, had a sober living business, and that failed. That was tough on me and Gracie because we lost some money and we had to like drive to San Antonio for our home and all this stuff. So I was like, what is a low capital expense business that I can fulfill on? Because that was going to help me get clients faster, get faster feedback, and just learn the business skills I need to succeed. So poop scooping came up, and I was like, dog parents are epic. I have like community in my bones. I don't like doing stuff that I feel is purposeless. So yeah, I was just that's what I'm trying to do with Poop Scoop and help people feel less stressed and then use the capital that I get from it to fuel building community here. And the goal is to just have the biggest Austin dog parent community in Austin, really, because when I first got into poop scooping, I was trying to figure out, okay, what's a like good way to like find clients or this, that, and the other. And then I found out there was a whole nother pain point out here that people were experiencing. And the pain point was that they wanted to go on walks with people. They wanted to interact with other dog parents, but they didn't have a good community to do it. There's even a Facebook group called like Austin Dog Parents Community or something like that. It's like the community for Austin dog parents. But people in there are like, hey, so is anybody going on walks together? Is anybody doing anything together? And only like 3 or 4 people responded. So I was like, clearly there's a need out there, but it's maybe just not organized well. So I was like, what would it be like if I organized it well? So that's what I'm trying to do with Poop Scooping. Grow a business that serves people in a simple way and builds community, because I feel like that'll be, I like to build stuff. And, you just don't get that in a W-2 as much as you get that going out on your own. But then, of course, we have financial obligations, and I'm trying to make sure I take care of Gracie and take care of our life here, steward that time well, but then build the business on the side, especially before we start popping out the first of our, hopefully, 6 kids. Yep, I said it. The first of our hopefully 6 kids. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Jessica, let me know if you have any other questions about the poop scooping. But first one's always free. And then I ask people if they want to get on the recurring either weekly or bi-weekly model after that. I think weekly right now is priced at $180 a month. And then bi-weekly is 75% of that. So yeah, that's what we're looking to do with the poop scooping. So let's see. Gotta make sure everything's still live. Man, that is so exciting, Jessica. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for sharing. How are things with you? Like, if you don't mind sharing in the chat. There's three of us plus so there's you, there's one more, and then there's me. So if you don't mind sharing in the chat, feel free. Would love to hear what you're up to, what's going on with you. And while I wait for that, I'm going to go ahead and jump into this community segment real quick. Here we go. So going from like high school to college and college to adulthood, you know, maybe your life is full of social activity in high school, maybe it's full of social activity in college, but when you get into adulthood, it's like the Wild West out there. Like your social life isn't as structured, isn't as organized. I think a big part of that is you don't live so close to the people you're spending life with. Like in high school, it's like 8-9 hours a day. You're with those people. If you have before school and after school activities, it's more than 8 or 9 hours a day. And all of those people are zoned for the same school, so they probably live within 10-15 minutes of each other, right? So when you want to hang out with them, you can go hang out with them. Similarly, in college, if you were on a residential campus at Davidson like me, there was 2,000 students, and you could walk to everybody's dorm within 10 minutes, right? Like it was a 10-minute walk to everybody's place. And so that made it really easy to hang out, really easy to have a full social life. And of course, you could still have an empty social life in college. It was a little bit of the Wild West, but if you got plugged into the right community, you could easily spend 40-50 hours a week with people like I did. And so when we got into adulthood, this was about a year ago, Gracie and I were like, man, our life is so, you know, we have church, we have small group, but our evenings are so empty and we're spending a lot of time watching TV. You know, maybe we're not going to the gym as much as we want, but we just feel like our life is empty. And so this is what we did to go from empty evenings to spontaneous visits that make your house feel alive again. The first thing we did was decide to get proximate with people. I talked about that proximity in high school and college. That's the first move we did because it was hard to drive 30 minutes to go see somebody on a Tuesday evening. So we did this thing called apartment life, which put us in a building with people that we're doing ministry with, that we host events for, and we're close to them. Like we can walk to all of their spots. After that, we have to invite people regularly, and that's what we just decided to do. After doing 5 or 6 months of events, we started inviting people into our life regularly, and now we have friends from our church, friends that used to go to our church, and new friends at our apartment that will just stop by or that we text to hang out with. So we text them to invite them regularly, and when they are in our spot, we're like, you can come by anytime. We love you. We love to be with you, and emphasize that. So to go from empty evenings to spontaneous visits that make your house feel alive again, make sure you get close with the people you're trying to hang out with, like physically close. You live next to them. Invite people regularly into your life, whether that's for a meal, for a game night, or to watch the game or whatever. Invite them regularly and do it into the things you're already doing so they feel like they're a part of your world. And third, let them know they're welcome anytime when they are hanging out with you. Let them know they're loved, they're wanted, and to bring them back. I'll talk to this a bit more now, but we always try to get a good clip that we can share on social media. So that was like my concise clip, but now just elaborating on this. And if you guys have any questions, like Jessica, if you're still on, shout out to you for staying on. But if you have any questions or comments about what I just said, maybe you don't agree with me, let me know. We can kind of go back and forth on it, or you can call in 512-591-6138. Text me, call me, let me know. But yeah, that move to apartment life was huge for us. Like literally a year ago, Gracie and I don't know, we were just looking at our life and we're like, our evenings are empty. You know, we're not doing a ton of evangelism. We're not even getting chances at bats to like share the gospel with people because we spend so much time cooped up in our home. And so if we spend so much time cooped up in our home, we need to either bring people to our home, go out, or do a combination thereof. And as you guys know, or as you may not know, I don't like doing a ton. Like neither of us really like spending money. And a lot of people in Austin like to go drop $50 a night on dinner and a show. One second. My allergies are acting up. But yeah, a lot of people like to jump into a show, go spend $50 on a comedy show, on drinks, this, that, and the other. We don't like to do a ton of that. We'll do it with friends because we don't want to let money hinder relationships, but we also like to keep a budget, you know, so I can run ads to the business, so we can save, so we can invest, et cetera, et cetera. And yeah, we just wanted a fuller life. Like we felt our life was empty. We felt like our life was empty in that department. It was full in other departments. We had a little bit of community, but it was empty in like our evenings being full and purposeful. especially in this kind of mid to late 20s age where it's like we're going to have a lot of time because we don't have kids yet. Shouldn't we be using this time for something fulfilling? So not only did it feel a little lonely, like we had each other, so I wasn't completely lonely, but it's like our time wasn't fulfilling. So then we started looking for stuff, and luckily we had dinner with a dude named Kyle, and Kyle did something awesome for us that he didn't even realize in the moment. He did many awesome things for us, but this specific thing, he was talking about how his friends did this thing called apartment life. And while they were doing apartment life, they got to spend a lot of time in community. And when they're spending time in community, what they're doing is serving their community. So they move to an apartment and they host events for the community there, and that like builds community. And so Gracie and I heard that, him talk about it for 30 seconds, and we went all in on it because we were like, this gives us events to serve people regularly and hang out with people regularly, and then invite other people from our church into our world to also hang out with those people. So it was a merging of our worlds, a ministry, and something we could do together. Because I was very focused on my kind of business stuff, and then Gracie was very focused on her school stuff, but there wasn't something we were focused on together. So the ministry gave us that. It also gave us something to invite people from our church world into, and they gave us people to fill our evenings with and pursue and pray for as well. So it was like golden for us. And so after starting apartment life, we moved, we like started the whole thing, and our life has been very full since. Like we have a full social calendar from like events, following up with people, keeping up with church people. There's some weeks where we feel like we don't have a day. And then we started our volleyball group as well with grad students, and it was just simply inviting people into our life and then letting them know that they're loved and welcome. 1, through consistency, 2, through proximity, and 3, through actually telling them. So anyway, that's my take on community. Get proximate, invite people into your life, into the normal things of your life so they can share it with you, and then let them know they're loved and welcome always. So, Jessica, you left another comment. Let's see what you're up to. I feel like a lot of people join these groups in Facebook, but don't always want to actually act on it. So I think it is hard to put yourself out there to meet others and connect. It's so easy to just hide behind the screen and not make the effort. So I think that would be a pain point to try to get through, honestly. I used to be part of a girl group in College Station, and only a handful of girls would come every time, but we had thousands of girls in the group. So try to get those other girls out of their shell to get out. I'm great. I'm a florist now. There we go. I love my work, and I love God more than ever. Jesus and I have had such a huge restoration this past 2 years, and I am so thankful for the faithfulness he has. Jessica, that is amazing to hear. 1, I'm really glad that you and Jesus are doing well. That's a big deal. That's a huge deal. It's the most important thing, and I'm glad that you are a florist and that you love your work. That's awesome, because it gives you an opportunity to be diligent, to work as if it's for God, not for man. You know, you have the right perspective on life and work, it sounds like. And I'm right there with you on the huge restoration. So for you, it was the past 2 years. For me, it was really like I got to college and I was struggling in high school, honestly. I don't know if it looked like I had it all together or if people knew I was struggling, but your boy was struggling. And I got to college and learned a lot more about the personal relationship with Christ. And that was a big deal for me. And then freshman, sophomore year, I got really close with God. Junior, senior year, it kind of dipped. And then early adulthood, it dipped. And just now, I feel like I've gotten over that hump and it's getting back to really feeling confident with God and really just, just loving him, knowing how much he loves me, and not fearing the judgment of other people. So I've also had that restoration. And that's also something I noticed. Like I made it a school group, but I'm going to make it into a Facebook group now. School is like some platform that this dude, Alex Hormozy, owns with another dude whose name I'm kind of forgetting. No. We both knew who God was and that he was there, but having that personal relationship is so important and amazing. Yeah, it's the difference between like knowing a bit about the Bible and like knowing who God is, and then like having him in your heart. And having him in your heart, that's the thing that convicts you. Yeah, known him since we were kids. Yeah, no, exactly. And then it's just that sanctification process of like getting to know God more. And I mean, it's literally the biggest deal. Like, it's pretty much the only point of life. But it's tough. I'm curious what you think about, like, if you guys had any success, like actually getting people from that group in College Station involved, because you had thousands, so you're trying to get the other girls out of the shell, but maybe it didn't work. I'm having trouble with this dog parent community too. Like, I have, 154 dog parents in there, I think, and I've only seen 10 or so come out to an event. Now, part of it needs to be more consistent events, but the other part is just like, people don't really come out a ton, and that makes things a little tough. So yeah, I don't know if you have any tips about getting people engaged there. I'm just like, let me keep hosting consistent events. Let me make them as epic as possible. Let me have giveaways there. But, even then, it's tough to get people out of their shell because it's a nerve-wracking, anxiety-inducing thing for them. And you never know, like, what caused them to be in their shell. So, yeah, just something I'm thinking about. If you have any tips or anybody else has any tips, drop it in the chat. Let me know. Would love to talk about it, going back and forth. But yeah, man, glad to hear you're doing well. Glad to hear you've had a huge restoration with God. That personal relationship is clutch. And when you start running your life through it, it changes it in a real way, and it will continue to. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know what would get them out there either. People would just be spectators. I think the biggest deal is, yeah, I don't know. There's a skin in the game aspect of it, and they're just to know that people are bought in. So when it's easy to join something free, that's one thing. But I'm like, if I'm regularly trimming the group based on participation, maybe that's enough buy-in to like get people to at least come out. But then you maybe don't capture as many people. Like, they're like, oh, if that group's that serious, like, I'm not going to join. Maybe that's a good thing because then we have a more engaged group, but it's a bad thing because then we're excluding some people. And so I just don't know. I don't quite know how to do it, but I'll keep asking people and keep talking about it on the stream until I figure it out. But, the more skin somebody has in the game, the more engaged they are. When people pay, they pay attention. So if you made it like a $9 community per month instead of a free community, it would be very hard to get people to join. But when they join, they'd be really engaged, Same thing with if you made it 49 versus 9, they'd be more engaged. Or if you made it like you have to come to one event a week or you get cut after 3 weeks, like they would be more engaged. But I don't know. I'm just wrapping my head around like how to get them engaged in a meaningful way without feeling about it. So I don't know. Still thinking about it, still figuring it out. I'm going to go ahead and read another dog poop horror story if I can. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, so we're actually doing that. So to grow the group, Jessica asks, have you done any community events that are just in certain neighborhoods, making it super accessible to people in that neighborhood? And yeah, I've done a little bit of that. So I ran ads within 10 miles of Mueller. Speaking of proximity, that's a great way to get people engaged, Jessica, to like have them in close proximity together, because then it makes it super easy, super convenient, right? So I ran ads on Facebook within 10 miles of Mueller to grow the community. And so people joined from South Austin, North Austin, and right around Mueller. And I used to host a Mueller walk every Thursday, and that's when we would have our 10 people come out, our 12 people come out, our 5 people come out. And all of them are, the vast majority of them lived within 10 minutes of where the walk was. Some of them would come all the way from South Austin, which is like a 25-minute drive. So when that happened, I was like, okay, we need to focus on getting more people to host walks, because I can't host walks in all the different spots. So I'm like, if I can get somebody from the group in East Austin to host a walk, and North Austin and South Austin and West Austin and Central Austin, if I can get them all to host a walk, then we can be a little bit better about this, if you will. And we can have a closer walk to people, so then we can get more engagement. So we're working on that. Right now we have somebody who's hosting a walk in North Austin on Sunday afternoons and in South Austin on Sunday evenings. And if we can get somebody in East, West, and Central Austin, and then maybe double up with another walk during the week in each of those locations, it's like everybody will have a walk probably within 5 to 10 minutes of them. That'll, just be super helpful. Maybe 15 minutes tops. So it's something we're working on. But to do that, I need kind of buy-in from like 5 to 10 members of the group to host walks, because it's a little tough for me to be driving around town to host walks for a free community. When there's marketing I could be doing for the poop scooping business. There's time I could be spending with Gracie. It's just kind of getting that balance of like time spent on building something. And there's ministry through Apartment Life where we're hosting events and planning stuff. Yeah, there's just a lot going on. So organizing a ton of events for a free community, couldn't commit to that. But trying to get other members from the community who are really in on it to help me organize, because it's all free and we're all here just to hang out. I have thought about that. And we've done it. We've got 2 people, and we have another person who has a dog birthday that they're celebrating coming up, who has some RSVPs out. I just need to send some reminders out about that. But yeah. That's what we got so far. That's what we got. Cool. Well, yeah, if you have any other recommendations, drop them in the chat. Happy to answer them. If you want to call in, let me know. We can get you on the phone. Appreciate that, Theo. Yo, Theo, I missed a trade, bro. I was starting up the stream, then I went to go look and analyze, looked at the hour chart, came out with fair value gap, was going towards that high, and missed that trade, bro. It was 2R. That's okay though. It was going from the fair value gap to the high, had just created a bullish fair value gap at like 701 or 658 or something like that. Took a high, so CISD, dropped back into it. Tough. It's okay though. It's okay because we've had a great conversation with Jessica on the stream. And Theo, I don't know if you remember Jessica, I don't know if you remember Theo, but Jessica and I were in IB together and did Bible study together. And Jessica, were you also the cheerleader that I got paired with for football? I feel like that happened like junior or senior year. I can't quite remember. It's a little fuzzy, but yeah, again, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. We're going to read a dog poop horror story real quick. Have I had anyone sign up for the poop scooping service? Yeah, so Jessica, I've actually done... So first one's always free, and I was running ads to a free poop scoop, and I've done probably 10 or 15 of them. The issue was I had to pay like $104 to get somebody to sign up for a free scoop and me actually deliver it. And then 1 out of 4 to 1 out of 5 would go to a paid service. And so I have 2 clients that are paid right now. Oh, that's cool. Oh, so Theo, you're on Twitch, but she's on Facebook. So it's funny because I can see both of y'all's chats. Theo says he can't remember Jessica. And Jessica was in Tiger Dancer. She vaguely remembers you. But yeah, y'all are just on different platforms, but I can see both of y'all's chats. Yeah, so Jessica, I've done a few free scoops, maybe like 10 or 15 free scoops. I've gotten like 3 or 4 Google reviews. I have 2 paid clients right now, and I just had to turn off the ad spend because we were spending a lot of money. And I was like, okay, if we're spending so much money, like if I'm spending $500, $450 to get a customer, and that customer only pays me anywhere from $67 to $150, $180 a month, it's going to take me anywhere from 3 to 8 months to get my money back. And that was just tough. So we turned off ads, we started streaming, and we started posting more content to hopefully drop our cost to acquire a customer so we can get more poop scooping clients in the future. Give me a second. Theo's calling me. What up, Theo?
Hey, yeah, I just called to say that I think we have an order block trade here.
Oh, okay. Appreciate that. I'm going to be looking. Jessica, we have an order block trade. I'm gonna get to the rest of your comment in a second, but Theo and I also trade every morning from 7 to 8, and so there's a trade coming up as another way to increase our income. I wish I could. I got to figure out how to show my screen on the stream. So Theo, what we looking at? Let me go look at the hour. Oh, I see.
You see it?
Wait. Yes, I see. So pop to the order block, getting rejected. I see. Okay. Wait, it just happened then.
Yeah.
317, 328, 11 points.
Oh, it's just like that. I might get stopped out.
11 points, 9. Dang. Okay. Got 9. I sold. So we're going to buy. Stop loss. What's your stop loss? 25.
324.
Oh, 324. I did 328. Whatever.
Yeah.
I got in so late.
Oh, dang.
That's okay, though. What's your target?
I'm making that right now. I don't really know.
Yeah. Let's see. 17, 328 is 11, 22, 25, 295.
25303 over here.
Well, since I entered at 322.50, I'm already up $175.
Nice.
That late entry goes crazy.
Yeah. Wow, it was half a point. 2 ticks from getting stopped out. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's crazy work.
Yeah.
Okay, cool beans. I gotta record this though real quick. But let me get back to it. Let's see. Order block trade here. Oh, you did Tiger Dancers. Jessica, I really feel like you were getting me I guess not. Who was I paired with? I can't remember. But you said I love the idea of apartment living. I don't talk to anyone in my apartment and all my friends live 10 to 15 minutes away. It would be so nice to have people around you that can help intercede for you at a moment's notice. Yeah, Jessica, I completely agree. That's kind of tough. That's why we like to talk about proximity on the stream, because like, you know, you live in an apartment, you live close to a bunch of people, but all your friends live 10 or 15 minutes away, and a Thursday night comes up, you want to hang out with somebody, or you need help, or you need something. It's a 15-minute drive and a 15-minute drive back, and that can really make or break an interaction. I don't know, Theo, I know you live in Abilene, so it's a little bit less for you, but do you ever not do stuff with people? Or in the past when you had, because I know it's pretty much just Micah now, you had more people, did you avoid doing stuff with them because the drive was too far or too inconvenient, or was that ever a thing in Abilene?
I'm 15 minutes away from everybody in Abilene and with minimal traffic, so no. But hypothetically speaking, if I was in Austin and it was 30 minutes and then traffic added 10 or 15, yeah, I would not do things because of proximity 100%.
Yeah, no, people are stopping all the time. Dang, and I just made $495 on that.
I was gonna say my target was hit.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Thanks for calling that trade out, bro. Thanks for giving me a call. I'm glad my phone rang.
Yes, sir. Yo, no, me too. I mean, I texted in the chat and I called you, so.
Yeah. I saw it in the chat just now. It said OB trade. That was crazy. That was crazy cool. Hey, that's why we keep you around, bro.
I'm dead. That's the only reason. Yeah, I ain't like you, my brother or something. Yeah, like you, bro. I'm going to go ahead and head out. You know, figure out how I'm going.
I'm dead. All right, I'm gonna take the time. So after we take a trade, for those of you watching, which might just be Jessica, but I think there's one more out there. We got to journal our trades after we take them, just to keep stuff organized and be able to reflect. And so I'm gonna take a few minutes to do that. But yeah, Theo called out a trade that just helped us both win. And I mean, I entered late, so I'm glad I was able to get in. It hadn't already gotten to target because it went pretty quickly.
Yeah, literally 2 minutes. That's a nice one.
Yeah. What was the?
Say, it should be rather easy to. We can like figure it out later, but OBS it should be rather easy to share your screen.
Oh, I'm sure it's super easy. The issue is my computer. I think if I start sharing my screen, my computer might freeze more often.
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, and so like I'm already trading. You know, I used to call you on Discord here. Now we call on the phone. But yeah, just got to keep things straight here. Yeah, cool beans. All right, what was the draw on liquidity? It went from the order block. Was there a low that was there a clear low at a clear time? I didn't really take time to look.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about the low at 4 a.m. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it took the low of 1 a.m. at 4 a.m. with that candle. Then later it started trading up, formed the order block, or it had already had the order block. So
that was the first fair value gap out of the order block, right? That was such a good trade, bro.
Dude, wasn't it?
That was so clean.
Say it again. What was your question?
That was the first 1 minute fair value gap out of the.
It was correct. Yeah, and when the fair value gap is big like that, I just put my stop loss at the top of the candle.
Yeah, so I made my stop loss a little too long. Mistakes.
I mean,
made my stop loss too long. Entered late. I mean, it's not bad. I made money. I'm just saying it was a mistake.
Yeah, I was gonna say not terrible, but yeah. Here's the thing: if you put your stop loss at the top like that, like you did at like what 329, 328 or whatever, at the high, then you need to wait to get filled to the consequent encroachment of that.
Oh well, maybe I did make a mistake. I had a great risk to reward.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Let's go. Entry was supposed to be 25,318. Gotta keep journaling.
Man, this week was a crazy week. I missed like 3 or 4 wins this week, actually. Yeah, so I missed 2 the other day, 1, and then 1 yesterday. I told myself I'm gonna trade till I take 2 trades, and yesterday it was like noon, and I was just kind of frustrated because I had lost earlier, and I was like, you know what, maybe I am just gonna get off. And then 2 minutes later, a trade won.
Dang. And you got off, so you missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. Because the goal is to stay on and do it, take at least 2. Or be cognizant of, 2.
Yeah.
At least. So.
I feel that. So I actually entered at 25. Yeah, I got filled at 25,322.50 on the entry. So my stop loss was only like 6 points.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Well, my stop loss was 7 points. So.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so got that. Now we just need to get this on trading view. Hey, you got to tell me when we are about to take them before they win so that I can just triple up on the risk, bro.
Chad, it don't work like that.
Yeah, I gotta be careful. can't make people think something. No, it don't work like that. Was a joke.
That's hilarious, though.
Okay, bro. Ever since I started journaling,
Uh-huh.
I kind of like it.
Oh, dude, yes. You look back, keep track of things.
Like it makes things like very. It's like you got to know this is the low, this is the order block. Um,
Yes, yes. I was gonna say what I need to do, what I've been slacking on, is recording missed winners.
oh yeah, that would be
You,
helpful too.
yeah, you do that, you start to take those missed winners. Like if it's back in the day when I was trading a different strategy, I was having trouble because I would miss trades somehow, either not focused or I didn't really know it was a trade in the moment. And then looking back, I was like, oh shoot, that was a trade, or whatever. Start recording the missed winners, and then make yourself aware of that. It starts to become easier to take everything that's presented to you.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my stomach is killing me, so I
Oh,
need to go use the bathroom.
that's fine.
I don't know if I'll be back in time. If I'm not back in time for you to dip out of here, love you, bro. I'll talk to you later. But if I'm back, then I'll see you soon.
All right, love you too.
All right.
Whole Douglas family got stomach issues, so I doubt he'll be back. All right, let's see. I got to keep recording this. Sorry for everybody on the stream. Usually, for the past, I would be talking about community, talking about communication right now. But we just took a trade that's super exciting because we haven't taken one in a while, or at least I haven't taken one on stream in a while, and it just won. I'm just making sure I record everything properly. And you guys are just here. I am inviting you into my life, along for the ride. I know this part may not be super fun, but almost done. Let's put this here. Almost done. Yeah, we might not get a chance to get to another dog poop horror story. Maybe a little bit. I'm just wrapping this up. Sorry, guys. Let me take the time to talk to chat real quick. Oh, and just to be clear, when I said I made $495, I explained it a little bit earlier in the stream, but this is so we trade with Apex. When you have an account, you can make $1,500 and you're in like trial, and then you pay to get it funded. And if you make $1,500 more, then you could pull money out. So I just made 495 of the first 1,500, and then once I get to 1,500, this account will get funded. So I need to make like 1,200 more because I was a little bit negative, maybe 1,100 more, somewhere around there. So 1,100 to get this account funded, pay like a $130 fee, then the account gets funded, and then you have to pay, or you don't have to pay anything more. You have to make $1,500 more trading without losing a certain amount, and that's when I can actually pull money out. So that $495 is not money in my pocket yet, but it's progress towards money in my pocket, which is a pretty cool thing. It allows me to trade with other people's money. So we're going to trade 19 on the 1 hour. And then we have to do it on the 1 minute as well. And so this is actually a little bit of a sacrifice because me and Theo have been trading longer than I've been streaming. And so he's been a champ and has just decided to come on the stream with me and do the thing because he's a beast and we're trying to build together. But yeah, this was our trading time first. So just respecting that while I'm also getting some content because eventually we'll have a prop firm and maybe this video will be part of that. Okay, let's see. When did I enter? It happened at 7:40 a.m. So on this candle, 25.32. We're shorting. It was 25.3250. And we took it to, what we take it to, 295. Our stop loss was going to be 25,328. Yeah, that was crazy work. And this was a first fair value gap after CISD out of the 2 a.m. / 3 a.m. order block. We also had a late entry stop loss too loose. Should have done right above the fair value gap candle. Okay, guys, I'm almost done. It's also almost done with the stream. Yeah, I got to figure out how to share my screen, but also got to figure out how to hook up a better laptop to share my screen so that you guys can look alongside with me when I'm doing this thing. Just going to save this. We're going to go trade 19. 1 minute. I'll put this in the Google folder. You got to do it in the moment because you forget to do it later. So sorry, guys. Bear with me a second. Boom, bada bing. Okay. All that is uploaded. We're going to drag this into there. And then we are back on the stream. Oh, here we go. So, Jessica, sorry this took so long. I was documenting that trade. I'm going to take the time to hit you with that. Respond to this comment. My friends say that all the time, that they don't want to drive on a random day, especially after a long day of work. You want something convenient. You don't want to have to get in the car, drive to 15 minutes. And then by that point, it's already 6, 7 p.m., depending on when you get out of work. And that eats into your hangout time. And then you have to drive home after you're tired and it's dark outside. How'd you go about getting everyone on board to living in the same complex or same general vicinity? I know my friends have very different views of apartments, and some enjoy more luxury living compared to me, where I still want something cheap but livable. I think like you, where I don't want to be blowing all my money that God has blessed me with. My mom has always instilled in me that you have to be a good steward of your money. Yeah, Jessica, I completely agree with that. I hope you're still on. Sorry this took so long to get to. But so this is, maybe there's something you want to look at, but we still have church community that is far away, and we moved to an apartment complex with a Christian nonprofit called Apartment Life. And Apartment Life places Christians into apartments to do ministry at that apartment. So now, and they give us a budget, I think we have like $800 a month or something like that, to host 2 events per month. And so part of that is like the apartment has somebody living on site that is basically like what an RA was in college. And we get to help the apartment get better reviews, help with resident engagement. So that's super helpful for the apartment. So they give us discounted rent. And then we go on to Apartment Life, where we're trying to let 8 people know that we're a Christian, let 3 people be invited into our church community, and let 1 person hear the gospel per month. And so that's what we're trying to do with Apartment Life. And so the people we're proximate with are the friends that we've built through Apartment Life. And so now, from hosting our events, which we host 2 a month, we get to interact with people. And as we interact with those people, we invite those people into our life. And so one cool thing we got to do was, from all the people who've come to our events, they come to our events, we try to get their number. After we get their number, then we text them to try and get a meal or something. And we texted a few of them this weekend for a game night. And so we're getting various people from our apartment community to come to a game night. And they're all kind of in that mid to late 20s or 30s range, and similar stages of life, because we're all living in an apartment. It's not like we all have a home with 3 kids. It's like some people are single, some people are married, but most people like aren't in that kids phase yet. And even if they are in that kids phase, they can walk right up to our apartment and walk back. So the proximity comes from the ministry of Apartment Life, and our church friends are still 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away, 15 to 20 minutes away. So we haven't found a great solution for that yet. And so what we're doing is we move somewhere where people were close. And then we had the support of a ministry that helped us get to know the people that are living close, because the goal is to literally do ministry with those people. And as a result of that, we've now have some friends that live very close to us that we can invite over, and it's a simple walk. And so all of that drive time and all of that late work time and all of that stuff goes away. And so when we host events, we'll do like a Round Rock Donuts event where we give out donuts as people drive away for work, or we'll do a create a pizza event, and like 60 people came out to that. So we're getting to meet new people, we get their numbers, then we invite them into our life, and that's how we get the proximity solved. And because a lot of our friends are from church and we're trying to get them in, we invite them to our events and invite them into our community. And we've had less success with that, which is kind of why we're like bouncing around looking for churches now. It's like some stuff with our church community, some stuff with just making sure they can like support us in our ministry and we can build relationship with them. That is nowhere near perfect. However, what I will say is about a year ago, 2 years ago, I was really harping with the people in my church and the people in my life on day by day community from Acts 2. And I was like, these people like lived community together day by day. Like they lived life together. And as a result of really harping on that, people had conversations with me, and it was like, okay, we can live day by day, we can like do the proximity thing, but like church and small group, like that's enough. And I was like, no, that's not enough. Like we can be doing more, we need to be doing more, we should like plan to move somewhere together. That was basically the conclusion I came to. And so my solution to you would be like, if you're planning to move, like a lot of people are moving year to year in this stage of our life. If you're planning to move, or some of your friends are planning to move, like have a planned spot. Be like, hey guys, this like small group of 8 to 12 people, our goal is to live here, and talk to people until they're on board with living here and cast the vision for them. Like without a vision, the people perish. Man, I really hope I didn't just misquote scripture, because I don't know exactly where that is, but that it just came to mind right there. But yeah, I think if you're like, hey guys, I want to do life with you, to do life together, I think we need to make it more convenient, which means we need to make the inconvenient choice of moving somewhere together. It's like you want it to be cheap, they want some luxury. See if you can do some apartment life near them. And it's like you would be adding another thing to your plate, but you would get cheaper rent in maybe a more luxury spot, and you can be close to them and you can invite them in on the mission. Or I think you might be married, so more roommates might not be the deal, but just see what trade-offs you can make, because those are either the people you're going to be close with and the people you can invite into your life, or maybe they're just not the people, and you can do some work to like get to know the people around you in the apartment. That can be tough though. I can say like Gracie and I did not have a good solution until apartment life, and we joined apartment life, and the whole goal of that is to do ministry with the people next to you. And we've been taking that super seriously. And because we've been investing there for 5-6 months, it's just been good for us. Like we've built relationships with people close to us, and now we can invite them to game night, and we can see some of the fruits of that labor. And we can invite people from our church community, whether they live close or they live far, into that community with us. And when I was trying to do that whole, hey guys, let's move together thing, only one couple did it with us. And we still hang out with that couple once or twice a week. And basically I was like, yeah, let's literally try to get to the place where we're a 3-minute walk from each other. And we made that move together. So we were like a 10-minute drive, and now we're like a 6-minute drive. Because when we moved to Mueller, they kind of moved very close to Mueller, as close as possible. And we're both trying to move at the same time, and both made that decision together. And so that's tough because it made it very inconvenient, because we excluded some places that we were going to move to based on moving with them. And so, love takes sacrifice, community takes sacrifice. And so choosing to sacrifice for the people you're trying to build with, I think that can go a far way. So I hope that answers your question. Let's see. Oh, you said you love that because so many people need that support system and someone to hold them accountable, and not married yet. Boyfriend. But we will not live together till marriage. Gotcha. Okay. Super cool. Yeah. it's it's tough. We haven't completely figured it out, but apartment life has been super good for us. A lot of people do need that support system. Like there are a lot of adults that are just lonely, like super lonely. And our events is like it's like something they can come to meet people, because it's hard to meet people, and it's hard to meet people when people aren't bought into a lot of events or your lives are so separate. And so the events have been really a really cool ministry opportunity, and then apartment life has been good at holding us accountable to building that community. And then the fruits of all that has been people we live close to that we can kind of grow with, which is just a cool thing. So yeah, I don't know. You can I look up apartment life. Like it's a really cool thing. I will say Jessica's stream goes from 7 to 8 a.m. I got to go get ready for work now. So thank you for joining the stream. We're here every morning at 7 a.m. So hope you will join tomorrow, Sunday as well, before church, and back again on Monday. I will see you guys on the next one.